What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City match reaction, match review and match analysis. Before I do crack on with this video, I've got one thing that I want to say. Manchester City, they are world champions. And that is a phenomenal feeling, it really is. People will speak all the time about the Club World Cup being meaningless, that it's just not important, yet this is the first time Manchester City have played in the Club World Cup, and I can tell you right now, you can see it from the expression on all the players and on Pep Guardiola and on all the Manchester City fans' faces as well, that it means everything to Manchester City. You know, we've had at times a bit of a sticky time in the season so far, and Manchester City have managed to just take this into their stride, turn up, keep a couple of clean sheets, a couple of dominating performances, and they can really take confidence now into the rest of the season to get a new trophy added to the cabinet. It gives that winning mentality and that winning feeling, and as I always say, winning breeds winning. So this just perfect from Manchester City. So before I do digest this game and all the talking points, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, 100 likes is the aim, and do get your thoughts in the comments below. So this game, Manchester City chose to make 3 changes, a little bit of rotation. Mateo Kovacic, I thought, unlucky to miss out. Thought he had a really good game against Urara in the semi-final. Matheus Nunes as well, I thought he had a fantastic game for Manchester City. Very unlucky to miss out and both dropped to the bench, but Manchester City clearly looking towards not so much experimenting, but just looking for a little bit more rotation and looking for a little bit more from the team, and maybe just with upcoming games against Everton away from home in particular on December 27th and a home match against Sheffield United, games are coming thick and fast, so you want your players to be nice and fresh for that. So I think that's the reason behind the changes, and you see Ruben Dias come in for Manuel Akanji as well, was the other change for Manchester City, and what was very much a strong team put on display for City. Rico Lewis given the nod in midfield, Julian Alvarez starts up top, and it just clicked and it just seemed to work. I am going to spend this video speaking about Manchester City, so any Fluminense fans are tuning in, I'll just spend the next 30 seconds to a minute just speaking about them and giving some of my thoughts. I thought particularly in the first 30 minutes or so of this game, Fluminense, they were having more possession than Manchester City. They were pressing us, 3 players on some of our players. They were controlling the ball really well, and they played overall, I thought, a really good style of play, and I think their manager Fernando Diniz doing a really good job at Fluminense. I know that they finished 7th in the Brazilian top division, which I'm sure they'll be pretty disappointed with, but you know, they won the Copa Libertadores only a month ago, beating Boca Juniors in the final. They can take a lot of positives away from this performance with Manchester City. They've got some experienced players who are trying to use that experience to try and wind Manchester City up to try and get their way back into the game, but that was all down to how well Manchester City managed this game, and I've been pretty critical about Man City and their management of games in certain phases of the game, yet this game was done to a T. It was a 10 out of 10 management performance from Manchester City, and it frustrated Fluminense. It brought out the worst in Fluminense, and I thought that this was just overall perfect from Manchester City. I have only one negative about this performance from City, and that's the fact that Manchester City have come away from this with an injury to Rodri, and hopefully he'll be okay, and we'll get an update on him pretty soon, because I think I speak on behalf of all Manchester City fans when I say how important Rodri is to the team, and how serious it would be to have him missing for any game, in particular if it's to be for a prolonged period of time. So hopefully we'll have Rodri back sooner rather than later. He seems to be walking okay, so hopefully that's good news, but we'll have to wait and see. But at the end of the day, when City go 1-0 ahead after 43 seconds through Julian Alvarez, it was a poor giveaway from Fluminense. It just didn't settle very quickly into the game, and Manchester City capitalised upon it. We saw it in the FA Cup final with the goal from İlkay Gündoğan. Even early on, it just puts your opponents under so much pressure. It becomes so difficult to win a game when you're giving a team as good as Manchester City a very early, very cheap lead, and that again is what's happened here in this game. in Saudi Arabia. Nathan Ake hits the post, takes an unlucky deflection off the keeper Fabio, falls right into the direction of Julian Alvarez, who at such a young age has been there, done that, worn the t-shirt. He's got so much experience in winning things. He knows what it takes, and he's got the quality. And I thought Julian Alvarez, 2 goals and an assist, my man of the match, 100%. What a performance for him. Erling Haaland, obviously coming back from an injury, it's always good to have your alternative players stepping up to the plate and doing really well. We've seen that from Jack Grealish stepping up to the plate with Jeremy Doku's injury, and it's good to see Julian Alvarez stepping up to the plate when City need him most here in a cup final in the Club World Cup as well, to help us win our first ever Club World Cup trophy. So Julian Alvarez, kudos to him, and a well taken early goal. And the whole situation for Fluminense must have been so frustrating. Foden goes for the second goal in 27 minutes, left hand side, just puts a ball into the box. Nino, the captain, unlucky, puts a foot to it, just falls and happens to go into the back of the net. And you just know when things aren't going your way, it's not going to be your night. It's not going to be your night. And Manchester City then, they controlled the situation throughout the first half. They controlled the whole situation throughout the second half. We didn't even give Fluminense an inch. We gave them nothing. It was so good, so dominating from Manchester City. This is the first time this season that I've been so impressed with Manchester City that I compare with how City were playing in the big finals, in the build-up to winning the treble and winning the Premier League, winning the FA Cup and winning the Champions League. This is the first time I've seen it this season that Manchester City do still have that X factor, so to speak, about them. Phil Foden, brilliant ball across from Julian Alvarez. Phil Foden's there, back post, seals the deal. There's the killer third goal. We're going to be winning the trophy. Can we keep the clean sheet? Defence, absolutely fine for Manchester City as well, which is great to see. I thought Ederson's distribution at times a bit questionable. Luckily, there was an offside in the build-up in the first half when he brought the player down. There would have been a penalty, and might well have been a red card as well. We don't have to talk about that because it's not had any impact on the game, but maybe that's just something City could look to improve on, a little bit of analysis there. And then into the 88th minute, Julian Alvarez just never gave up, even at 3-0 up, and we're going to be winning the trophy, 2 minutes to go. He wants to grab another goal. Great performance, well taken goal, lovely touch into space. He's got, 4 defenders around him, still finds an inch, still finds that half a yard of space to find the shot, and of course, with how good he is, find the back of the net as well. It's been a wonderful, wonderful performance. City at their clinical best. And if any other team out there throughout Europe, in the Premier League or around the world are watching this, they should be fearful of how good Manchester City can be, because we didn't have De Bruyne, we didn't have Doku, we didn't have Erling Haaland, some of Manchester City's very best players, yet we still, with ease, made it look really easy. And that's the motivation, keeping them clean sheets, managing the game, putting our opportunities away. That's the do-all and end-all. We put in the same performance with the same team against Everton. I will 100% guarantee if we match the intensity, we will win that game. And that's the level that we're looking for. We've seen the level, we've seen it on show. Now we know what we need to do. Got a couple of big games coming up now to end 2023. We need to build on being world champions and see if we can make 2024 just as successful as 2023, because 2023 has very much been Manchester City's year, and they end it in perfect fashion, winning the Club World Cup, beating Fluminense by 4-0 in Saudi Arabia, in Jeddah, in front of 60-odd thousand fans. What a feeling. And Manchester City, they need to savour this. These are magical, magical moments in Manchester City's history. These are moments that us as fans will cherish for a whole lifetime. And I want to personally thank Manchester City for creating these moments. People will always speak about them 115 charges, and Man City haven't done it the legitimate way, that we've done this and we've done that. You cannot take away what has been achieved and the feelings that came with them achievements. And right now we sit here 22nd of December 2023, Friday night here in the UK, and we are literally on top of the world. What a year it has been for Manchester City. As I said, we just need to make sure we're putting all the final pieces into the jigsaw, that we continue to build on this, push on from this, and go from strength to strength for the rest of this season, and we can still have plenty of success in 2024. European Super Cup, already in the cabinet. Club World Cup, already in the cabinet. Premier League, still a long way to go. FA Cup, still there for us to go and hold. European Cup, still on display for us to go and hold. We've won every game in the competition so far. Who knows? We'll see what 2024 brings. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Do leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Get your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe. It's free. Press that red button. Press the bell and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description too. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. And I will see you guys again very soon for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now. We're on top of the world.